Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of A Wee Touch of Madness, the podcast brought to you now every single month. As obviously from before, I did it every week, but I just got bombarded. So once a month, here we go. Today, on season 5, episode 2, I have Filomena Croce back with me today. How are you doing?
Hello, thank you, Lawrence. I'm great.
Awesome stuff. And everybody, I've also got Savage Panda, who is co-hosting with me today. You're right, Kurt. How you doing?
I'm good, man. You? And
Living
how
the
are you,
fucking dream.
Filomena?
I'm great. I didn't ask you how you were.
I'm good. It's okay.
Now, everybody, as you know, the last time I had Filomena on the show, I obviously interviewed her. Went through a massive, thorough interview talking about her music and everything else. So this time, I'm changing it up slightly. I'll have a couple of questions here and there, but Savage Panda is going to be taking the lead. I'm going to butt in every now and then because I'm an arsehole. But Kurt is going to take the lead. So, Kurt, take it away.
Okay. Well, obviously, a lot of people from last time would have had possibly some comments for the last question, so I want to make sure Lawrence has got them. That smile says it all. So, one of my questions I'd like to ask you is, what style do you prefer singing in most, like language-wise? What do you feel more comfortable and more fluent with and more comfortable with?
Okay, so I was a little bit nervous about the question because there was quite some anticipation
That's okay.
before you asked. But no, well, this is I sing in English, like pop, like with my own music, and then I also sing in Portuguese, Brazilian music. And well, I'm quite used to both of them.
Done a little bit of Hindi as well, haven't you? If I remember from the last interview.
In Hindi, in
Yeah.
Sanskrit as well, which is one of the songs, right? The Shiva. But the ones that I sing the most is English and Portuguese. Though, well, so Brazilian music like bossa nova, samba, and then my original pop music. I feel very comfortable with the Brazilian one because I've been doing that for a very long time. And also with the language, I don't speak it, but I sing it. And I've learned, all the rules of pronunciation and everything. But of course, with English, I mean, I speak the language fluently, so I feel comfortable with that as well. So both of them. It's just I think when I sing in Portuguese, I've been doing that for a very long time. I feel very comfortable with that as well.
Okay,
To be honest, though, I think we're all kind of comfortable with a bit of a Brazilian every now and then.
Okay.
Oh, a different kind of Brazilian. Sorry.
I was like, okay.
But no, I did hear you on the last interview touch on a little bit of EDM that you were making and helping out with and different things like that. And while I was looking through your videos earlier, I noticed you've done a lot of orchestra stuff as well. And to see that, as well as you doing your main sort of English style, I just think myself, as someone that's new to you, the whole style of yourself is amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Is
Thank you so
there
much.
anything that you can give us a sneak peek? Well, not a sneak peek, but a little insight to what could be coming next.
Oh, what could become next? Well, not that much really. I cannot really say that much. So I actually have a concert coming up next week, where I will actually present my new song, Renaissance, and sing some of my old ones. in Amsterdam. So I will go back to the Netherlands because right now I'm in Italy. And then there is actually something happening in April, but I cannot talk about it yet. I cannot even say, what kind of setting it is going to be yet. So yeah, no, I cannot really answer this one.
It's a lot easier. I do music as well, so I understand how not letting too many cards out of the bag first before it's actually put in stone. Yeah,
Yeah,
you don't want to.
because I had this problem actually with my first EP because I was working on it and it was actually almost
Yeah.
coming out. We were almost at the mastering process and I started talking about it, and then I had problems with my previous producer. I think I talked about this last time.
Yeah, you spoke about this
And
on the last
yeah,
episode. You spoke about this briefly.
yeah, and I realized, I shouldn't have said anything before it was actually like completely finished. But I thought it was finished, but in the end, it was not finished. So that's why right now I'm a little bit more careful about it. And with this one, I'm not saying anything yet until it's like almost time. So about April, then you will know. And you will also know what kind of setting is going to be, if it's orchestra, if it's something different, a smaller an ensemble or duo. Next week is going to be a duo. It's just me and the guitar. So it's going to be pretty intimate, pretty cozy. I had a concert yesterday, really, here in Italy. As well, it was really great. We were a band of five, and we did Brazilian songs, and it was amazing. It was sold out as well, so I love it. It was like classic, band, double bass, piano, guitar, and percussions because Brazilian.
I did see a lot of your videos that you have done with the guitar, and then obviously different styles, and I think it's amazing for the multiculturalness within yourself. So my other question would be, where has been your favorite place to actually perform so far in your career, and why?
Okay, well, I've performed a little bit around the world and in very different settings as well, from very small to very big ones, to like 17,000 people in front of me. But I think, yeah, the most memorable it sure is Tomorrowland. I think that's the one. I'm sure the two Tomorrowland different things, because I sang in 2019 in July at Tomorrowland, Belgium, in Boom, and where it was an orchestral setting, and it was just amazing. You can find the concert on YouTube. And well, not really on my channel because of copyrights. They actually deleted my own video, but you can still find it. And of course, I knew that there are so many people going to that festival. Like they have up to 400,000 people per year. So it's a very big festival, but I realized how big it was only when I watched the video afterwards. So when we were on the bus with the whole orchestra and we actually watched the streaming because they streamed it live, I watched it. I was like, okay, I knew it was going to be big, but I didn't know it was going to be this big, right? Because it was amazing. I don't even know how many people there were there, but yeah, it was just great. And then they called me again with the Metropole Orchestra in October for the 15th anniversary of Tomorrowland, and we went to play at the Zigadom Arena in Amsterdam, and there were 17,000 people per evening. It was also amazing. There were not only the orchestra, but there were also the DJs as well. You know, Tiesto, Afrojack, Armin van Buuren. You know,
Yeah.
the Sivaoki, the big ones, and they were like next to us. And actually, I when I had dinner, there was Tiesto in front of me having dinner. It was, yeah, it was a great experience. It was so big, and I had so much fun. Yeah, it was just amazing. I never lived
Where,
anything like that before.
where I look back on the interview you did with Loz before, and obviously where you explain how many different places and how much different culture you've got within yourself. Where, let me think how to word this right.
Tell you what,
Sorry.
editing this is going to be fun anyway. So
Yeah, editing is going to be fun. Yeah.
It's always
whilst-
fun.
Now, whilst Kurt is trying to think of the right words for this question, I will say to everyone that earlier when Filomena mentioned that she's going to be playing in Amsterdam next week, by the time this episode comes out, she may or may not have already performed there. It just depends on the time frame when the episode
Right.
comes out. So
Right. I'm just thinking of the present moment.
yeah,
When answering. Yeah.
it all just depends when I finally get round to editing and putting this episode out. So it may have already happened or it may be happening right in the next day. But I will have the information about that down in the description so you can check it out. And then if it hasn't happened, you can go see her live in Amsterdam if you're around that area.
Yeah, it would be great, you know, to have people there. Like thanks to the episodes. You're right.
And
Casa
if you do,
Sofia it's called. So
yeah. And if you
they
do, just
know Casa Sofia.
and if you do go because of this episode, just say, "Hey, Loz sent you." Then she'll know exactly where you came from.
But no, what was it? Yeah, where Loz had asked you last time, who would you love to perform with? Who, the people who have inspired you, and with all the culture that you're within, who have you performed with that has sort of that made you starstruck as a fan and as a person?
Oh, that's a good question.
Who I would perform with.
Like who you have performed with, people who you look up to,
Okay.
who you have had the chance to perform with, who is the best
Oh,
that made
okay.
you
Sorry.
that made you like a little teenager again, like oh.
Okay, yeah, no, I didn't understand the question, but now I did. So actually, people I have performed with, so last year, 2022, in March, I think it was the 19th. I think I'm quite good with dates, so I think I remember it
Yeah.
was the 19th of March. I performed in Paris. We were a trio, and it was an amazing concert. Brazilian music as well, and I played with Edmundo Carneiro, and he has played like with the biggest ones, like in Brazilian music, like all the big ones. He has played with them. So I felt so intimidated actually when I was playing with him, but it was also such an honor, you know, to play with him. It was like, yeah, he's playing with me, right? So it was great, and I had so much fun. He's a percussionist. So yeah, we were dancing, and I was dancing. It was just amazing, and yeah, he has taught me to have fun a lot on stage. Yeah, it was really great. I would perform with him again, of course, if I have the chance.
If COVID has taught me anything, never be afraid to reach out.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
that is one thing. Like, especially if you had that good rapport before, and it's someone who you're interested in, you never know.
Yeah, yeah. I reach out. I reach out to people. um, yeah, that's is the only thing is like right now my life is a little bit confusing. Like in terms of I've had like quite a tumultuous time because I was living in Mexico and then I left Mexico and then I'm in Italy right now, but I'm moving a little bit cities here. Yeah, it has been a little bit difficult to plan things. But yeah, for sure. I mean, if there is like the opportunity, I will surely reach out.
So, have you got anything to add there, Lawrence?
No, I don't have anything to add right now. I'm just kind of listening to you two at the moment, and I was just going to butt in with a random question as soon as I heard like got the right opportunity to do so. But I will take this moment to have a little sidebar. Right, everybody. As you probably remember from the last episode, I mentioned that I might be setting up a Patreon soon. If you want to support me directly for these podcasts, that is going to be coming very soon. As soon as I sort out some stuff with that. Also, I'm going to be having my own Discord server set up. So if you have suggestions for guests you want to come on the show, go on to join my Discord, let me know who they are, and we'll get them on the show in a couple of months' time. Now, for everybody eagerly awaiting on who my special guest was going to be in a couple of months' time, I can reveal they are the special bands that I never mentioned to protect your heart. So make sure you check that one out because that episode is going to be more wild and it's probably going to be more drunk talk.
Have I got to be involved in this one? Because you know you're going to only end up getting drunker if I'm involved.
Yeah, but these are like really good friends of mine, so they can keep pace with my drinking.
Yeah, so can I.
It's going to be fun. We're going to get steaming. Anyway, and enough of that little sidebar there. Let's get back into the episode. Now, Filomena, you had 2 songs at the time of this recording. Now, I recorded this episode on the 19th of February. Since then, you've had 2 brand new songs come out. Can you tell us more about these songs and the meaning behind them? Now, Renaissance, I listened to, as I mentioned to you before we started recording, and your other new one, I forgot the name of it already. So I'm not going to lie, I haven't listened to that one yet.
Don't worry, that's fine.
I will get round to listening to it. I've just been a little bit hectic recently. Can you tell us about the process and the thought process that went into these songs and what the meaning were behind them?
Okay, so the first one came out on the 6th of February. Shiva, and the second one, Renaissance, came out on the 16th, just a few days ago. They are 2 very, very different songs, like completely different songs. Renaissance, the one that just came out now, it's my own original one, so I'm the one that wrote everything for it. And actually, I wrote this song in 2018. Well, I started writing this song in 2018. Then I put it on the side a little bit, and then I went back to it in like 2020, I think, so in about 2 years, and I finished it. And it talks about getting your life back, like in your own hands, your power and your strength back after a difficult time. And it's very powerful. I mean, you listen to it, so it's very powerful. It's very and it's really, really nice and very catchy as well.
It was very calming. I found it very calming, actually. I listened to it. Yeah, I actually found it quite calming. I listened to it like 3 times, and I was just like, yeah, I could feel myself getting more and more calm with each time I listened to it. I was like, this is actually really good. I can just see myself just like chilling and just having this playing on, just forgetting about the world and forgetting about everything.
That is a huge compliment. So thank you. Thank you so much. And it's also like very special and curious at the same time to to listen to, because everyone has different reactions, right? So I hear people that say that it's very energetic, like they feel more energetic after listening to it, and then like you said, you feel more calm. But then like the common thing is like you can feel better about yourself, I think, right? And more confident, because that's what the song is about. It's like you want to give your life another chance, and you want to take it back right into your hands. So
I
that
can
is really
agree with
nice.
Lawrence on that. It is very calming and relaxing. I mean, me and my 13-year-old earlier, we were sat here. He was gaming and he took the headphones off and he's like, "This isn't what you normally listen to, Daddy." I was like, "No, but I like it. It's calming. It's nice." The lady has a very angelic voice.
Thank you. Oh,
So
it's so nice. Thank you. And yeah, to work on this song in the end, after I finished it, I flew from Mexico to Canada, because the producer of this song is Roy Hamilton III. He is the grandson of Roy Hamilton, is like a legend singer from the US, inducted into the Georgia Music Hall of Fame. And he has worked like with huge names like Britney Spears, the NSYNC, Michael Jackson, in the
I was gonna
past.
say I thought I
And
recognised the name.
sorry?
I was gonna say I thought I recognised the name.
Yeah, he's very famous in this field, in the industry. And well, I just found him, and we connected, and he liked my songs, he liked my story, and he decided to invite me to Canada to record the song together. So I flew between July and August 2022 to Toronto, and it was an amazing experience working with him. I'm so honored that he has produced my song. And now that I think of it, because I was not thinking about it earlier, he's the person I worked with that has influenced me a lot. Now that I'm thinking about it, because before I was only thinking about like performances, but now I'm thinking also like recording. So he surely is like name number one that I can think of that's like positively impacted my life for sure. And so it was really great to work with him. And there is a music video that is coming out very soon that I shot in Mexico. It's super nice as well. I'm so looking forward for it to come out.
I'm looking forward to watching it. Then I'm looking forward to watching it.
Yes, I think it's one of the best videos, like among the ones that I've already put out. But then Shiva, it's a completely different story. So I worked.
Hold
Yes.
on, one sec there. Right, everybody. Because of the new YouTube rules in content ID and all this, I'm only going to play a small sample of each of these songs. So at first, I'm going to play just the chorus of Renaissance, and if you like it, you can check out this full episode on Spotify, where the full song will be linked in place of the chorus, so you can listen to the full song as it transitions from one segment of the interview to the other.
I want to live, I want to give this life another chance. I want to feel like the wind, the world is in my hands. I'm ash and fire, like a phoenix about to rise. Sun and desire, a spirit that never dies.
So can you tell us a little bit more about Shiva?
Yes, of course.
See,
So
see that nice little transition there? Oh, fucking good, that, yeah.
So yeah, so Shiva is completely different. So I worked on it with Stephen North. He interviewed me in 2021. He's a musician producer from Australia. So we connected virtually, and like I say, he interviewed me in 2021. And yeah, we decided to continue our collaboration. And he's well, I have some Indian classical background in music, and he's a lot into healing sounds, healing music. So he
See,
proposed, yes.
so I was going to say that's the one that me and my son most chilled out to. Was that one the most latest one that you have just dropped? Was that one?
The one that you commented on. That's
Shiva, yeah.
Shiva. Yeah.
That's the most one that me and my son connected with and really chilled out with. The whole aesthetics of the song, it just makes you drift away.
Yes, because that's the goal of it, right? And there are actually two different versions of it with voice and then two instrumentals. One is with 432 hertz. So it's like really healing. It's for healing. And it's just amazing. He sent me the track and he asked me to create a melody for it and to make it mine, and I decided to sing in Sanskrit actually. So what I say, it's in Sanskrit. Yeah, I was saying that Stephen sent me the track and asked me to create a melody for it and sing it, of course, and I did in Sanskrit. Using the knowledge I had. It was pretty fun. It was pretty fun to do that. I loved it. And little spoiler, actually, there might be something else coming out of it. So from me and Stephen. So it's just a little spoiler that I'm throwing.
You had my curiosity. You had my curiosity.
Yeah.
Now you have my
Yeah.
attention. You have my
Okay.
attention now. I kind of want to know more about this spoiler. You're not really giving me much here. Come on.
No, I cannot give you much because I mean it's still work in progress.
You
right?
tell us,
So-
tell us, and I'll just edit it out so no one else knows. It's fine. I really want to know.
No, but this is
My
also
lips are
something
sealed.
like the
Yep.
one, the thing like in April. Well, it's a different thing. Like the thing in April is a completely different thing. Because I'm leaving Italy again. Right, so this is something. But
You when you're
with
traveling,
Stephen-
bless you.
Sorry?
You really do. I said you when you're traveling, you really do love to explore,
Yeah.
don't you?
Yeah, but I just don't think that Italy is the right place for me. I just don't think this is the right place. And
Well, I'm gonna before we
yes.
carry on that little train of thought there, I'm going to play the chorus to Shiva for everybody at home. And again, if you want to listen to the full song, just check out this episode on Spotify. It's released at the same time as this episode. If you want to check out the full song, it's going to be linked in there as well. It's just a smooth transition again. There we go.
What was I saying?
Italy isn't a good place.
Yeah, Italy isn't a good place for me. I think I actually so I started traveling in 2013. Well, actually 2012 I had my first experience out of the house because I was singing at a hotel here in Italy though, but somewhere else. And I decided, I want to travel and I want to live somewhere else. So then I left in 2013. So it's been 10 years, right, that I've been living. So I lived in the UK. I lived in the Netherlands. I lived in Mexico. So right now I'm in Italy, well, for a very short time. But still, I tried to give it a chance a little bit. And I actually, I'm in Rome. Well, not right now. I'm in my hometown right now, but I'm in Rome like these days. But it doesn't change anything. It's still not the right place for me.
Now, I do have a question right
Yes.
there, actually. I mean, I know I said earlier that as soon as I get the right opportunity, I'm just going to butt in with a random question. So
Of
here's
course, please do.
here's my random question. I mean, obviously, as Italian and you're back in Italy for a short time, have you had the Italian cuisine since being back, which is pineapple on pizza?
No.
Why
Do
not?
I
not
did
make me
not
use
have.
foul language in front of this lovely
No, I
lady.
didn't have it.
That is a sin.
It's not a
That's
sin.
a
It's
sin.
lovely. It's not a
It
sin.
is.
It's lovely.
No, no
Yeah,
pineapple on
that's
pizza.
pineapple. Yeah, no, I don't eat pineapple on pizza. I only ate it once, and I can tell you when I did. It was during the first lockdown. I went to the supermarket. I was stuck in the Netherlands, and the first lockdown, if you remember very well, there was nothing on the shelves.
Yeah.
Like literally nothing. That was scary. And I tried, to buy as many things as I could to eat, even though there was nothing. And I tried to get a frozen pizza. The only frozen pizza left was pineapple pizza, so Hawaiian
That's
pizza. So
because
that's
everybody hates it.
I love
yes,
it. It's my favorite pizza. I love it.
but many people hate it, I guess, because it
That's
was the only
because
one
they're all
left.
wrong. They're all wrong. It's amazing.
But that's the only time I ate pizza with pineapple.
What did you think of it? Did you like it?
It was unusual, very unusual for me.
I'll
I'm
take
not
that as a
used to
yes.
sweet. No,
I'll take that as a yes.
I was hungry. I can say that I was hungry. I was just very hungry. And yeah, like I said, it was the only one left. But no, after that, I never got it again, ever. The only time that I had it, just because of
And-
circumstances.
And it was the best experience of your life. I mean, music is nothing compared to a Hawaiian pizza. It's nothing compared.
No, well, no,
No.
that no.
Oh wow, fucking hell.
I say it was possible to eat it. That I give it to you.
It was possible to eat it. Oh my god.
It was hunger. It was hunger that made her eat it.
Now,
Well,
now
when
we-
you're
really
hungry, you eat
random
everything,
question.
right?
One
Sorry?
really random question off topic.
Okay.
As you have been to the Netherlands, have
Yes.
you ever been to Rotterdam?
Yes, I lived in Rotterdam.
Okay. Have you seen the statue of Father Christmas with a Christmas tree?
Yes, of course. That's in the center of Rotterdam.
Well,
Yeah, that's
I-
a very peculiar sculpture. I can say that.
In
Yeah.
my eyes, that is a gnome with a suspicious item. That is not a Christmas tree.
why have
Yeah.
they got a statue of me in a foreign country?
A statue
No,
of
you
you.
wouldn't be saying that if you knew what he was holding.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'll have to
It's
look it
meant
up.
to be a
very
Christmas tree,
ambiguous.
Lawrence.
Let me look it
It's-
up quickly.
It looks
Just
very
put
ambiguous.
Rotterdam statue or Rotterdam Father Christmas statue.
Yeah, the first
And
time
trust.
I saw it, I also thought that it was,
That's
something.
a
It
butt
was
plug. That's a butt plug.
see, see, I just didn't want to say it like that. I just wanted to say it looked like a toy. But yeah,
That's a butt plug. So it still doesn't answer my question. Why do they have a statue of me in Rotterdam?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Do you think you look like him?
Maybe since I had a shave, I don't. But
But
So
yeah, I
I
saw
know
it
that was
many
completely
times.
off topic, but I have some
Oh no,
friends
don't
in the
worry.
Netherlands, and I was due to go to Rotterdam, and that was one big thing, and that was one thing that I wanted to go see. And yeah, I won't go any further with that, but yeah.
now, for everybody at home, if you've been following my podcast since the very first episode in the very first season, you now know that I am now officially 2 for 2 for asking Italians if pineapple belongs on pizza. So
Okay.
I think I'm doing all right so far.
So you already asked it to another Italian.
I have asked it to another Italian when I had Rob Belushi on the show. I can't remember what season it was. It was ages ago. But when I had Rob Belushi on the show, I asked him if pineapple belonged on pizza, and yeah, I'm yet to ask him if he actually did try it. He said he was going to try it. I'm yet to ask if he has actually tried it yet.
And now I'm curious as well to know if you tried it.
I'm quite curious as well, to be honest. Maybe I'll get him back on the show at some point in the future. If enough people want him back on, we'll get him on and we'll ask him if he tried it.
Yeah.
And that would just be
Well,
the
now
whole
I
interview.
also want him on the show. I also want him on the show to know. So count me as one person that wants him.
We'll count you as one of the votes. I'll put a poll up on Instagram after I've done my next two guests to see if people want Rob Belushi back on, and we'll ask him if he has tried the pineapple on pizza.
Yeah, I want to know what he says.
Seeing how many people in many different countries I can piss off and annoy.
No, well, but I didn't know it was not annoying. I mean, anyone can eat whatever they want, right?
But Hawaiian pizza is
Pineapple on
superior.
pizza is a sin, and that's enough said.
No, it's superior. Anyway, I think we have gone so far off topic. Right,
And don't worry,
Filomena.
it's just a lovely chat.
Oh yes, it's a lovely chat. It's fine. We're having a good time. So, Filomena, since the last time you were on the show, have you done many other interviews and podcasts?
Many others, not many others. I had one lately, and then I don't remember. I think I had a few ones after hours, but not that many. I think I had more before.
Were any of these interviews and podcasts that you have done before and after the last time I had you on the show, were they as good as my show?
Oh, you're the best, you know
Oh,
that.
stop it. If I had a shave, you'd see me blush. Now, after all of that, what has been your favorite interview, your favorite show to be on, and why is it A Wee Touch of Madness?
For a second, I was actually trying to think about it. No, well, you are so fun, actually. So yeah, that's my reason why.
That's
it's
the
where
right
I have
answer.
Yeah, it's just so much fun.
Oh, brilliant.
I always feel comfortable.
Well, I'm glad that you always feel comfortable when you talk to me. I always try to ensure that with my guests, that they are comfortable. I will have a joke. I will
That
have
is
banter.
lies. As soon as it comes to the end, that is full lies.
I will have a joke and I will have a banter with my guests. I will purposely go out of my way to make some guests feel uncomfortable, but it's all in the contents of having a good time. But I'm glad I make you feel comfortable enough that you wanted to come back on.
Yeah. But the last time you said like that the last question was going to be uncomfortable, but then when you asked me, it was not uncomfortable at all for
Yeah,
me.
that really surprised me actually, because I thought it was, and I was really fucking nervous about asking you that question because I wasn't sure how you were going to take it. So
I think other people have asked me like similar things, so I didn't find it uncomfortable.
oh, that's good. That's good then. That's good. I need to think. All right, give me a couple of minutes. I will find a worse
Yes.
question. I will find a worse question, and
Because
I will
now you want to make me feel uncomfortable,
now
right?
I will not feel as if I have done my job properly unless I make you feel uncomfortable. So give me a couple of minutes. I will find a good question.
Okay.
Kurt, do you have anything else you would like to add whilst I try and find a uncomfortable question?
Do you plan to come and play in the UK anytime soon?
So actually I came to the UK in November, and for the London Jazz Festival, I've been to the London Jazz Festival a few times already. This year it was a project, African Manifest, so it was about African music, and I also played percussion, so it was pretty fun. So I
Cool.
went out of my comfort zone a little bit, and being in London is always really nice. I love London, and I lived in Oxford and Cardiff, so I just love coming to the UK. But for now, I don't have anything planned for the future. But
Well, please
but
do, because me
like
and Lawrence want to come see you.
yeah, it would be great. It would be great
Yeah,
if
I would love
I
to.
have.
I would love to actually like see you play live and meet you in person. I would love that.
Cool question that isn't that uncomfortable. Influential musically to yourself,
If I
is there any other musicians that are influential to yourself? Have any of them you had a crush on and ever met and felt awkward?
So if I had a crush on one of the musicians I played with,
Yeah, like someone who you looked up to that you had a crush on. Have you ever?
if I ever met them, no.
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 I don't think Filomena can answer that question in case her fella watches this episode back and goes, "Oh, who the fuck is that then?"
No, it's not for that. It's just really no, I didn't really have a crush with like on someone and then met them like musically. No.
Fair enough.
That was just a random one, like you said. So
Right.
Don't worry.
Right, okay, everybody. I think we are going to wrap it up here. I would like to thank everybody for watching and listening to this podcast that I've done with Filomena and Savage Panda. I hope everybody has enjoyed the content that I've put out, and I hope you come back for the next episode. Is there any final thoughts that people want to add before we do the proper sign off?
make sure you do go check this lady out.
Yes, I will second that. Any new music that you are dying to check out and you really want to like feel calm and relax and actually have a good time listening, I highly suggest, as Kurt said, listen to Filomena's music. It will just take you to places and you'll be like, where has this music been all my life? I highly suggest that you take a listen. I will have the links to her Spotify and her YouTube channel down in the description of this episode, so you can go check it out and comment on one of her videos and say that Loz said hi, so that way she knows that you've come from this episode straight over to her. Now with that, we are going to end the show. Again, thank you everybody for checking out this episode. Make sure you stay tuned for next month, where I will have another new guest. If you were paying attention, you kind of know who the next guest is going to be. So make sure you stay tuned for that one. Stay safe, everybody, and I will see you all on the next episode.
Thank you, Lawrence, and thank you, Savage, for having me.
You're very welcome.
You're welcome. It was lovely to meet you.
Yes, I hope to see you in person soon.
So do we. And with that, see you later.